offering is the truth. Nothing more.
Facebook's fact checkers have got to go. The system on Facebook and Instagram allowing so-called third-party organizations to decide what you get to see and what you cannot, well, quite frankly, it is insane. But it's even more insane when those fact checkers aren't checking any facts and are constantly and consistently wrong. Facebook and Instagram for over 2 years now have had this third-party fact-checking system, which quite frankly, let's just call it what it is. It's completely a joke. But something happened this past week that demonstrates just how much of a joke it really is. And I know we know from so many other posts that this is the case, but I want to show you a specific example.
That the next shit is called Illuminati, because that's really what the Illuminati's on.
That's why I put the K to it. That's another way to keep you unconfident.
Right.
And I'm putting the K because I'm killing that Illuminati shit. Trust me.
Mother the Illuminati. I'm putting down the K. Now we got the Illuminati. It's time to make me pay. Mother the Illuminati.
Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to that kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're part of it. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on, you know?
A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go on.
I'm sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the rest.
Number 322. Are you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us?
Not much, because it's a secret.
Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code?
I wish there were something secret I could manifest.
322, secret number?
There are all kinds of secrets.
Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
I just need you to know that this is very important, what we're fighting for. Because I'm tired, I'm really, really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth, they're lying. They manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie.
That's right, Michael.
The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that. All the forms of popular music, from jazz to hip-hop to bebop to soul, you know, you talk about the different dances, from the cakewalk to the jitterbug to the Charleston to breakdancing. All these are forms of black dancing.
Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
Because, I mean, I've always sort of suspected that there was a God, even when I thought it was an atheist. You know, I didn't have, just in case. But I believe it, so I mean, I am full of compassion, but you can still sort of dislike things. I just hate things less, sort of, I can't think of the word, strenuously than I did. I know, I haven't got as big a chip about it, because maybe I've escaped out of it a bit. I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line, but I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time, but now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane, you know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it. I mean, don't you agree?
I do.
It's insane, you know, it's not just a bit strange, it's just insane.
And that's the
And nobody knows, all these people in the street, and that, half the people watching this are going to be saying, oh, what's he saying, what's he saying? You know, that you are being run by people who are insane, and you don't know.
Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
The United States of the red, white, and blue. And we live in a place now that feels just about like a plantation. We're all indentured servants, you know. When I found out there were 8 presidents before George Washington, I wanted to smack somebody. You know, I wanted to know why I was taught otherwise. Just tell me the whole story. I'll fill in the blanks, but don't, you know, don't tell me something that you think I'm supposed to know. Prophecy is what we all have to go by now. This is not what we're used to in the United States. It's almost as though there's no need for God and no need for religion and justice.
Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. It's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. things. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me a million times. I'm still not going to join, but I respect it. Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time, and a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't really know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if your mouth is really, really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way.
Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
A reporter from CNN and his little camera crew got in to Osama bin Laden's secret hideout and conducted an interview. If you don't believe me, tune into CNN. They're probably running it right now as I'm speaking. And if you believe it, you are one of the stupidest jerks that ever lived on the face of this earth. And whatever is going to happen that they're going to blame on Osama bin Laden, don't you even believe it. Osama bin Laden is their creation, and he is serving them well. When in hell are all you people going to wake up? Are you kidding me? I mean, is this some kind of incredible joke that people are so stupid they'll fall for this? Do you know how much money the CIA and the National Security Agency and the FBI has at its disposal each year? Do you know how many agents they have that they can devote to this? Do you realize the technology that they have to be able to eavesdrop on every single conversation in the world? No matter how it's transmitted? And pinpoint the location of every one of those transmissions. And they can't find Osama bin Laden, but some CNN reporter, he just waltzes right on in there with his camera crew. Just like he knew where they were all the time.
Dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No president should fear public scrutiny of his program. For from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised, free and independent.
Well, after getting tens of thousands of retweets on Twitter, thousands of likes on Facebook and Instagram, the fact checkers at Meta hit the post with a false information label. Really? Well, turns out the fact checker is an entity called Lead Stories, which claims that, quote, independent fact checkers say that this information has no basis in fact. Wow, pretty interesting. The actual claim here of the fact check makes no sense. It really has nothing to do with our post. The fact check then goes on to fact check a tweet that has nothing to do with our post. Now, setting aside whether or not that tweet, that post was right or not, that post had nothing to do with ours. It was completely unrelated. But then you get down to the bottom of the article and you find what's really being said here. The phrase has been hijacked by conspiracy theorists who believe an evil cabal is as a pretext to seize global domination. In some versions of the theory, shadowy elites orchestrated to seize power. And that is really what the fact check is about. It's not checking a fact, it's checking a belief. Lead Stories is saying that unless you agree with the WEF, then you must be debunked. Not because the information is wrong. That's the joke. Just like the fact-checking process, just like the ability of unaccountable so-called fact checkers to be able to delist content and make it nearly impossible to find. They are given that power and deputized by Facebook in order to be able to control what you see and what you read based upon their beliefs, based upon whether or not they agree with yours.
All I'm offering is the truth. Nothing more.